expect more, pay less. Just don't expect help getting that giant pack of toilet paper off the top shelf, because Target is planning to cut thousands of its jobs. It's not alone. Companies big and small planning layoffs. And market watcher Craig Smith, who was indeed the inspiration for the captain on the Titanic in the movie The Titanic, joins us right now. All right, so Craig, what's going on here? Because a lot of these guys seem to be repeating the same story.
Well, isn't that the truth? You know, brick and mortar has got some lessons to learn here, Neil. As they walk down through the graveyard and they watch the, let's see, was it Kmart and JCPenney's and Sears and Radio Shack?
But I thought consumers were coming back, and you were the first to warn, wait a minute, let's not party too soon here.
Well, yeah, and the reason I didn't, because the economy hasn't turned around, Neil. Look, I mean, Brian Cornell's got his work cut out for him, and he's laying off some people, yes, but watch what he's going to do with buying 2 billion shares worth of stock back, increasing his stock price, creating a better dividend. I mean, Neil, from Q1 of 2009 to the last numbers we have, the third quarter of 2014, S&P corporations have bought back $2.1 trillion worth of stock, Neil, in order to make their balance sheets look better. What does that mean? It means that they're showing great profits because of what they're doing on their balance sheets, but not because they're bringing more people in the stores, not because people are spending more money, not because they're making more money. They're basically doing it by balance sheet corrections. And, Neil, we cannot see these corporations make big money when we're growing an economy at 2%, Neil. It doesn't work.
So I'm beginning to wonder, and we've seen it in income and spending numbers, income up a little bit, spending down a little bit. This has been a trend of late where consumers, whatever savings they're getting, and we'll be exploring this a little bit more in the show, they're just not spending it. And I wonder whether they see something.
That's an interesting question. I don't know. I'd have to speculate. But, Neil, we know for a fact that every penny at the pump means $1 billion in the economy. We have seen at least $100 billion in gas prices come into this economy. Where did it go, Neil? We don't see anybody ripping the cover off the ball other than Apple, which, by the way, if my watch goes off, I happen to have a pizza on order, so I don't want to interrupt the program. But it's amazing because, Neil, you know as well as I do, and Fox Business has done a tremendous job covering this. The underlying economy is not growing at the pace that we need to hold these corporate profits where they are. That's why corporations are buying back their stock. Think about it. If your corporate bond rate is at a historic low, 3.8% return, your forward earnings are 5.8%, and you're a CEO, you buy your stock back, you make your stock go up, you pay more money in dividends to your shareholders because there's
Craig,
less outstanding.
You're absolutely right. But here's the flip side, why people kind of like this, perverse as it sounds, that in this environment, no way the Federal Reserve hikes rates. You'll still be able to play this game where you borrow low and buy whatever, and that this will kind of keep this slow-moving puppy going. What do you think?
If investors don't start looking at other markets that are now starting to use QE to do the same thing. Because if you see Europe do this, you're going to see a bunch of money leave America and go to Europe looking for the same returns.
So does that hit the NASDAQ as well? A lot of people have been saying, hey, that's a tech bubble there.
Well, I'm not sure it's a tech bubble because this time they have earnings. You know, before the last tech bubble, companies opened up, never had any earnings or any profits, and went from $0 to $200 a share. But, Neil, we don't have the underlying economic strength to support this, and that's why I wish Mr. Barack Obama would get out of the way and let free enterprise work. I really do.
All right, Craig, good seeing you again. Always
good seeing you, Neil.
Great info. Craig Smith, the Swiss America Trading Corp chairman, and indeed, as I said, the inspiration for the captain in the Titanic. All right, well, more than 2 years after